Hey, good morning or good afternoon. Oh, I guess it's still morning. Hey, Russell of Hotels going live. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Hey, I'm live from where am I live from? Let me just hold on one second. You see the backdrop, you know I'm somewhere, right? This is the daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today is Friday, so you know I had to do it right. And just so happens I happen to be at the Langham Hotel in Pasadena, and I'm like, I gotta do a live from here, right? Hold on one second. Let me put my stuff up. Why don't I have it up here? There you go. So we're live from the Langham in Pasadena, 379 guest rooms, 53,457 square feet of meeting space. So I was here for a tour. I needed to do a site tour here of this hotel for a group that's interested in this particular hotel. So of course I'm like, hey, I'm all over that. It's been a while since I've been here, and guess what? They just finished a renovation of their guest rooms. Maybe she said less than a couple months ago. Okay, like maybe 2 months ago. So the rooms are fresh, the lobby is fresh, the hallways, the guest room corridors. Oh my God, it smelled like new. In fact, I don't know what kind of scent or what kind of aroma they're using. Every hotel should use it. I don't know what it is, but it's a different aroma than I've ever smelled, and it's like it gives that hint of like just freshness, newness. Um, I mean, just it was it was obviously it stuck with me because I'm still talking about it now. Okay, so check it out. So I well, you can't check out anything. I did not take any. I mean, I took photos, but I didn't have time to load them up on here. But next week, everything will probably the whole week will be devoted to showing photos of the Langham Pasadena because it's definitely a hotel that if we forgot about it, you need to remember it. Definitely one of those top tier hotels, the higher echelon hotels, the luxury hotel. It's in that luxury space. It used to be a Ritz Carlton back in the day, but now it's a Langham Hotel, and there's several Langhams throughout the United States. I want to say Chicago and New York; those two come to mind. But check out Langham Hotel, okay? And then shout out to I cannot or thank you and a shout out. I could not do this show without thanking Miss Angel Romero for the tour that she gave. I mean, so thorough, so professional, funny, ask questions about me. That's what it's all about, right? It's all about building that rapport and building that relationship, right? So that's what it's all about, right? A lot of sales people would just get to it and just basically, let me just show you the space and get you out of here. No, it was a whole conversation. It was a whole thing, right? So, and that's what you want, right? And those are things that resonate with me, that stick with me, that I will tell other people. Obviously, I'm telling other people because I'm talking about it here on this show. So, and she even did check this out. Okay, check this out. She even did her research, right? She said, "Oh my God, you do a podcast. I've always wanted to do a podcast and hospitality." But she's been here for 19 years, right? Been at one hotel for 19 years. Can you believe that? In fact, we talked about that, right? And I said, you know what? Hey, if you're happy and it makes sense, then why leave? And she said she had left for one brief moment, probably a lapse in judgment, and then she came right back, right? And so it was just good just you know, to hear her story. And I said, you know what? You definitely need to come on and share your story with us or with our hospitality community because a lot of us go through those things. Should I leave? Should I not? I mean, I've been in the industry, you guys all know, 25 to 30 years, and I've been to 14 different hotels. But, everybody's reason for staying or going is different, right? So I don't knock anybody from staying. I always question, like, oh my God, you've been there for 19 years or whatever. But hey, there's reasons why people stay where they are, right? If they're happy, and that's fine, right? I mean, the reason why I left, and I told her, I said the reason why I bounced around is because the more I bounced around, I knew I was going to make more money. Now, is that the a good motivating factor for a lot of people? Probably not, right? And was I always happy when I made those moves? No, I was not. Okay, I was happy with the money, but necessarily not necessarily happy with the experience, if you will. Okay, So, but no, it's great just to get out and meet people, meet new people, hotels I hadn't been to in a long time. I don't think I've been here. God, I don't. It's been forever since I can't even tell you. People were probably still smoking in hotels the last time I was here because everything here has been redone from when I remember. Some things have been added. In fact, they added another pool. Used to be a tennis court. I remember the tennis courts, and they took the tennis courts out and put another pool. So they actually have two pools now. So I just, man, I'm like, this is great. This is great. So anyway, any questions? Feel free. The chat is open. So that's what it's all about, right? So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I'm live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, as we speak. And did I mention that the Wi-Fi is working just it's I think the Wi-Fi here is better than the Wi-Fi I have at home. Okay, I mean it was just so quick to connect, and everything I do is there. I mean it's like working lightning fast, and like I said, it's got to be faster than what I have at home. But but yeah, so I'm sitting in the garden area. In fact, you can see, you know, this is off the lobby. So if I walk straight this way, you would go right into the lobby or where the front desk is. But the backdrop is, I said, let me get a backdrop where I'm out of the sun and you can see a good view of me, although it's not as bright as it probably I wish it was. But I'm trying to remain cool so I'm not out here sweating, okay? Because it is a sunny day, beautiful day in Pasadena, beautiful day in Pasadena. So so yeah, so there you go. And of course I still have a topic, right? And normally I would be showing photos of a hotel. Well, I'm just talking about it's all about right now it's all about the Langham. Okay. It's all about being live from the Langham Hotel in Pasadena. 379 guest rooms, like I said, 53,000 square, 53,457,000 square feet of meeting space. So I was able to see all the space, right? So they have three different ballrooms, of course, different sizes. The group that I have is 300 people, with five or six breakout rooms. So I was able to see all the space. In fact, she showed me all of their space. But I kind of think I already know what they kind of need, which ballroom they kind of need. But it's good to see everything because I don't know the next, what another client's gonna want, right? I mean, they have a lot of space, like restaurants that you can use during the day, because the restaurants are open at night. So I mean, just a lot of options here at this hotel. They have this huge lawn area that I think they call the horseshoe lawn, something like that. But it's just great space for lunches, dinners, weddings, everything. So it's just a great location, great hotel. Um, Man, like I said, I don't know why it's taking me so long to come back here, right? But maybe because I didn't have anything for this hotel. So a lot of times I'm limited by that, right? So if I don't have anything for that hotel, I more than likely will, if I go to any hotel, would be something that's more local to where I live. Now, Pasadena, today I got here from LA in 35 minutes. From my house to here in 35 minutes. That's unheard of. That is crazy. Normally there's traffic, but then I had to remember schools are out. Okay. World Cup is going on, so people are in place right now until later on today. I'm sure the freeways will be crazy, closer to when the games start, probably around 3 o'clock. I don't want to be on the freeway at 3 o'clock, okay? But today was a today was a great day. The time I got on was great. So there you go. So I know I'm talking a little bit, talking a lot today, but hey, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk. Okay. So anyway, so I do have a topic, so I'm gonna get to it real quick. Remember, we're talking about the 5 things hotel sales departments should be aware of when it comes to AI. Remember, so 5 days, 5 topics, right? Or 5 topics over 5 days. Okay, this is day 3. Okay, so which means that's episode 3, right? Episode 3 or day 3 of this. In fact, let's just say day 3 and not necessarily episode 3. So let me change that. Let me change that. So it's day 3, and it's all about your hotel's online presence. Now, because I'm not in the house, or in my home office, I wasn't able to prepare a lot of the stuff. So I'm going to read some things out. Okay. So bear with me if I'm look like I'm reading something because I am, damn it. All right. So, but it is what it is. So your hotel's online presence is becoming more important. Okay. So do you see that right here on the thing? It says day three, and the topic for the day is your hotel's online presence is becoming more important. As travelers and meeting planners increasingly use AI powered search tools, your hotel's online visibility becomes even more important. Now, I don't take long on these things. It's like a quick hidden kind of thing, quick topic, quick little conversation. You guys can go back at your leisure, and kind of maybe do some research on, maybe do a deeper dive on it, right? It's okay that you do that. So I'm kind of just scratching the surface for you, but these are things that as a sales department, we need to think about these things. As a hotel, we need to think about these things. As a marketing department, we need to put that, if we're a director of sales and marketing, we need to put that marketing hat on, that branding hat, and kind of like, what do we need to do to increase our hotel's online presence? Because quite frankly, a lot of times we don't even know what does that really mean, right? What are we doing or what are we not doing that may be presenting us or preventing us from having more of an online presence? Well, those are things you need to kind of get together in your own, yourself, and like, okay, maybe we should do this a little better or whatever. So I'm going to go through a couple things that I think you should be doing. You should be working on. Okay. Once again, day three, your hotel's online presence is becoming more important. Muy importante. Okay. So, number one, AI can only recommend what it can find. What? What does that mean? If your website, social media, and online content are weak, AI may never suggest your property. You have to make sure that you have everything, all the information on your hotel. Like, is there meeting space? Is there, about pages, and where you're located, and frequently asked questions. All those things should be on your website, easy to find, because guess what? AI searches all that information. What are you near? What are you next to? Okay, like Pasadena, like this particular hotel, the Langham. What is it near? Is the Rose Bowl near? I mean, you need to make sure you put that stuff on your website so it knows that, because when it scans it, and that's how AI works, right? It's going to scan anything that has to do with your hotel, any publications that have your name in it, any social media postings that has your name on it. It's going to look at all that different stuff, and the more you have, the better everything is going to be, right? So you're talking about your online presence. So if you're not posting things like you should be, and people are not posting things about you or your hotel, well then, damn it, you need to get on the stick and make sure that happens, right? Because that's what it does. So we have work to do as well. It doesn't just automatically find information. I mean, you have to put the information for it to find. Okay. So we do have some work to do. There's hotels that have work to do, that they need to do a little better as far as what information is out there. Like your website, yeah, the website is good, but you need to have a lot more information on your website. Okay. It's not just, I want it to be clean and not a lot of information. No, the more information, the better, because when people are using AI tools, it's going to scan that, and you want to make sure that it's scanning the information that people want. It's not about you, okay? And that's how we get caught up as directors and general managers and all this stuff. We get caught up in what do we want. It's not about what we want. It's about what your guests want, what they're looking for. How are you findable, okay, or discoverable, okay? How is that happening? Okay, so number two, that was good, right? I went off on that one. Number two, reviews matter more than ever. Reviews matter more than ever. Guest reviews, testimonials, and online reputation will influence future AI recommendations. Okay. So you want to make sure you do have guest reviews. Okay. You want to make sure you do have testimonials from people. Oh my God, the Langham Hotel is great. It was, is exactly what we needed. We had a staycation, or we had our wedding there, or whatever it is. It's located next to the Rose Bowl, and we just had a wonderful time. I mean, we were able to play pickleball, whatever the heck it is. you want people, you want people to make leave guest reviews. Okay, whatever it is, use testimonials. Oh my God, we come back here every year. Whatever it is, you want to make sure people, and it has to be easy for people to leave that, right? They shouldn't have to search and find it. You need to make sure people are able to leave online reviews or whatever people want to do about your hotel. I mean, it's going to help you out in the future. Okay. And then number three, see, I told you it's not going to take that long. 3 points, right? In and out. Visibility creates opportunity. You guys know how big I am on visibility. Okay, I'm being visible right now, right? I'm visible live from the Langham Hotel in Pasadena. That's what I'm talking about, right? So the more visible you are, doesn't matter if you're a person. I consider myself a brand though. I'm Russell Edmond, Russell of Hotels. The brand is Russell of Hotels, right? So the more that people see me, the more that I'm visible elevates your brand, elevates my brand, right? So I'm down here, but the more visible I am, I'm up here, right? I'm off the screen. And that's what you want, right? So visibility creates opportunity. Let me read that. Hotels that consistently tell their story online will be easier for both people and AI platforms to discover. So you want to make sure you are discoverable. It goes back to what I said a while ago. It has to be easy for people to find you, to know what you're all about, right? Who's, writing reviews about you. I mean, those are the things that you want, right? So I have nothing but good things to say about this hotel. I haven't stayed here yet. I saw the guest rooms. I've been here like the last 2 hours. No, I've been here since 9:30. I've been here damn near 3 hours. Okay. So what I see, I like so far. Okay. But now I got to stay here and experience it firsthand. Maybe have a meal here or whatever. I'm about to get a coffee for the road, so I'm not staying here tonight. But in the future, I would love to come back and experience it, and that way I can talk, more about the experience of staying here. But visiting here is definitely, yeah, definitely. I love the experience. I love the people that work here. They're very, accommodating. They're very welcoming, and that's what you want, right? In fact, like I said, the person that I met with, Angel Romero, she did her homework. You know, Give me a hotel salesperson or catering person that has done their homework on me as the client, right? And they hit me with that first. Oh my God, you do a podcast. I always want to do a podcast. Oh my God, tell me a little bit about it. I'm so intrigued about it. Those are the things that I got from her. I'm like, wow, okay. How'd you get started? What did what did you do? What was your experience before? What made you do this? What made you start the podcast? So I was able to, during our tour, I was able to, let her know all the things that I did and why I did it. The 14 hotels that I worked in, I didn't give her all 14, but I did mention 14 hotels, right? And how many years I've been in the industry and why I moved around a lot, right? So it's good to, to kind of share that information because everything has a story, right? Okay, so there you go. So once again, and I kind of got off topic, I think. Visibility creates opportunity. And let me read this one more time. Hotels that consistently tell their story, okay? Brands that tell their story. You tell your story. I just told my story, right? So it's all about storytelling. Brands that consistently tell their story online will be easier for both people and AI platforms to discover because AI will scan every single thing, right? That's out there, and they're going to see how visible you are, and they'll put it out there. So even for an individual person that has a brand out there, excuse me, that's created their own brand, like myself, it will scan all the things that I've done, right? All the things that I've posted, what people say about me, maybe some awards that I have. Um, and it'll scan that stuff and it'll basically tell me, like, if you go to, let's say you go to Chat GPT and put your name in there, what comes back? If you have the more information that's out there about you, the more information is going to show you. So if your hotel doesn't have a lot of information out there, guess what? It's not going to give you a lot of information back. But if you that hotel has more information, the more information you put out there, the better it's going to be. Okay. Like I said, the more information I put out about myself, the better it's going to be. right? So if I want to be, I claim this, or I'm always, man, I'm getting choked up. I'm always talking about brand visibility and elevating your brand, right? And if I'm not out there, if I'm not being visible, well, then no one's going to ever find me. Okay. So the more visible you are, it creates opportunity. Visibility creates opportunity, like it says right here. Number three, visibility creates opportunity. So that's what you want. In closing, if you're not visible online today, you may be invisible tomorrow. Oh my God. Let me drop the mic on that one. Okay. This is the mic. Okay. Let me just drop it because that's crazy. Did you guys get that one? If you Let me read that again. If you're not visible online today, you may be invisible tomorrow. Now, if that doesn't, oh my God, if you don't get anything from that last statement, I could have just not did anything. I could have not, I could have just not gone through all those things and just said that one statement, and you've been like, damn it, that's right. You're absolutely right. You have to be visible. If you're not visible today, you'll be invisible tomorrow. Okay, people will bypass you and go to a hotel that they have more information about, a hotel that's telling more of a story. Okay, and that's exactly what you want. So, man, that was a good one. Woo, Russell, that was a good one. I don't know why I'm getting so choked up here, but I am. Aloha, Craig. How are you, sir? Thank you so much. I see Craig over there on Instagram. I appreciate that. So yeah, so that's what it's all about. It's all about the visibility. In fact, do you want me to go through these again? Let me just go through them one more again. This once again, this was day three. Your hotel's online presence is becoming more important, and I have three things under that. And that's AI can only recommend what it can find. Make sure your hotel is searchable, findable, or your brand. I mean, like I said, I always give an example of me because I started this Russell of Hotels brand, right? But the more visible you are, people can find information about you. So if you put me in chat, you'll be able to find out all this information about, probably more than I want, that I want out there, but it is out there. It is what it is. You can't hide behind it. I mean, you can't have it both ways, right? Either you want to be visible or you don't. Okay. So I want to be visible because that's the brand, right? Hotels should want to be visible. So more information you can put, the better off. Like pickleball. I didn't even know they had a pickleball court. People love pickleball. People will go to hotels or stay at hotels because they have pickleball courts. Make sure that's in there, right? That's searchable. That's something they can find, right? Something, anyone can find. And if people, I would encourage people to play pickleball and then post about it, right? Hashtag or make sure they copy or what am I trying to say? Not copy you on it. What's it called? Damn it! I guess it is, right? Copy you on the email. I mean, not the email, the posting that you did. Damn, it's not called copying, but anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? So you want to make sure that people know, tag you. There you go. You want to make sure you are tagged on it. Okay, so make sure you're tagging wherever you're staying. If it's the Langham, make sure you tag the Langham. Okay, pickleball. Love pickleball at the Langham. Boom. They see that, and then anything that people are searching for, they say they search Langham and pickleball. Boom, that pops up. Right? They have a pickleball court. I mean, those are things that we need to make sure happens. Number two was reviews matter more than ever. Yes, we want people to make reviews, right? We want people to say things about your hotel, right? The more that's out there, the better off you're going to be. And then the three, visibility creates opportunity. If you're not visible, there's no opportunities. And what was that last quote I gave you? And I just love this one, right? I just love this. What was it? What was it? What was it? If you're not visible online today, you may be invisible tomorrow. Drop the mic, drop the mic. So that's it. So anyway, that is it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. If you just now tuning in, that's okay. But I want you guys to go and do the replay so you can see this live in its entirety, because there's a lot of good information, especially for hotels or people that have brands. I mean, I specifically do things for the hospitality industry. Okay, so if you're a hospitality brand, make sure you pay attention to some of the things I'm saying. This is the third. This was day three. Okay, this is day three. I'm doing five. Well, let me back up. Five things hotel sales departments should be aware of when it comes to AI. Okay. So I'm doing 5 days, five topics. Okay. So today was day three, and this was the topic for today. That was your hotel's online presence. So I did two other ones, obviously, before this. So go back. They're all on LinkedIn. They're all on their LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay. So you can go back on those platforms right now and you can find that. Okay, so it's there for you. Um, Jim Schichter. Oh my goodness, Jim Schichter. Where you been, man? Okay, let me put your comment up there. Jim Schichter, appreciate you. Great show, Russell. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm live from the Langham, Jim. Did you know that? So yeah, so no, thank you so much. It's good to hear from you. I haven't seen that name pop up in a long time. So does that mean you're not listening anymore? You've been busy. I don't know what's going on, but no, I appreciate you coming on and hope all is well. Tell your wife I said hello as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support, ongoing support. So no, thank you so much. So let's see, any other comments? I'm all about comments. I'm all about engagement. So if you have comments, I'll stay on for another minute or so. So just in case I see some comments, I see people are coming in. Um, I've been here, like I said, I've been here since about 9:30. Only took me 35 minutes to get here. I'm like, damn, that's never happened before, right? But it's a good thing. I welcomed it today. Okay, so World Cup starts today. Soccer, I believe they're doing it at SoFi Stadium. I'm not sure if they're doing it. Are they doing it? They must be doing it at the Rose Bowl too, because there's a lot of people here with jerseys on and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, so that's what's going on here in LA. World Cup, a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of excitement. So yeah, so and the hotel's not, people check. I know people are coming in waves, right? So it's not necessarily busy right now, but I can tell that it's about to be busy. So I'm going to be out of here before it gets too busy, and before the roads start to fill up as well. But no, this has been actually a pleasant surprise for me to be here. Like I said, I hadn't been here in a while. I mean, I know it's always been a very nice, beautiful hotel, but it's been a while since I've been here. So, you just don't know, you kind of don't know what to expect sometimes. But not that I was pleasantly surprised that it looked as good as it does. But they're doing they're planting, new foliage and grass and plants and all that kind of stuff around the property, and it looks good. I mean, it looks good already, right? I would have asked, like, why are they doing all this? I mean, this looks absolutely stunning already, but of course, you always want to improve. You always want to improve your property, right? So whatever that means, you want to do that. And this is a premier property for this area, or I would say all of LA County for the most part. So if you've never been here to the Langham Hotel, you need to come and check it out. Definitely. Consider it for events that you do. Yeah, it's pricey, but it's definitely memorable. Pricey and memorable. It'd be something if it was pricey and not memorable, but definitely would be memorable. You would not forget anything that you did here, because they pull out all the stops, right? The meeting space, I mean, is great. I had to look at this. They need this one particular group. They need like five or six breakouts. Three breakouts are on the same floor as the general session, and then there's three other ones that are below, a floor below, which you can take stairs or you can take an elevator. So I think it's ideal for this particular group. But this is just one of the hotels that I'm, doing site tours of. I think I sourced maybe about 10, because this particular group, it didn't matter. They just said LA County, okay, the greater LA area, which can include Pasadena. I included Pasadena, downtown hotels, airport hotels, and Long Beach hotels. So because they it just needed to be in LA County. And all those, Pasadena's in LA County, just like Long Beach is in LA County. So there you go. So that is it. So I see no more comments. I see no more chats. Let's see. Let's make sure. Nope. No more chats. Oh, let's see. I see Charles Skipper. Skip. I see Skip. What's going on, man? Huck Finn. Okay. All right. All right. Are we doing that? Is that what we doing right now? But no, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate Craig as well, and I appreciate Jim Schickter. Always good to hear from Jim. Um, and Melinda, right? Melinda, that's his wife's name. So it's always good to hear from them and get their support and their approval. I appreciate that. I always appreciate people's approval, right? Not that I'm looking for it, but I always appreciate it. So anyway, that is it. So I've talked enough. So we're at 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes is cool, right? So anyway, that is it. I'll be showing some photo. I mean, I took so many photos here from this, and that's one thing about doing site selection, right? I take the photos for two things, right? So I can remember what the space look like. I can share with my clients, and then I can use them to post on my social media. I mean, just like I post on this show, the daily check-in, right? So I'm always showcasing a hotel when I do one of these shows, right? Um, and I think it's important that, I mean, that's once again, it's all about discoverability, right? And in fact, I was just waving at my sales contact, Miss Angel. So maybe I can get her to come out here and talk. Let's see. Let's see. I think she's probably waiting for another client. But yeah, so the more you post about things, the more discoverable that hotel is, right? So people don't think about that. The powers that be in hotels, they don't think about that stuff. You want people to post about your property or your hotel or your restaurant, right? You want people to do that, and you want to make it easy for them to do it. You don't want it to be some hard drawn out thing to do. You don't want to discourage people from doing it. Oh, you can't do that here. Oh, you can't, like what? What do you mean you can't do that here? That's what you want, right? I don't care the nature, the level of that hotel, if it's you know, a one diamond or a five diamond, you want them to post about your hotel. Okay. And hopefully it's all good, right? This, you got to take the good with the bad, right? But you know what? I think it was Easy E that said this. Okay, all publicity is good publicity. Okay, doesn't matter if it's good or bad. People are. In fact, a lot of times bad publicity is a lot better than good publicity. I don't know why that is, because people are sick, I guess. But you'll get so many more views on things if it's something bad. If someone and people want to go check it, they still want to come check it out, right? That doesn't discourage people from checking things out. That just says, oh, something happened. There was a hiccup at this location or whatever, but people still want to go check it out. And I'm not encouraging that, people will make a lot of bad comments on things, but it doesn't necessarily deter people from checking things out, is what I'm saying. So Easy E did say that. He said all publicity is good publicity. And I have to agree with that. So there you go. So once again, you don't want to discourage people from talking about your hotel, posting about. In fact, encourage it. I would put things in the lobby. You know what? This is a good Instagrammable moment or location. Take a picture by our pool. Take a picture in the courtyard. I mean, I would encourage the heck out of it. I mean, that would be kind of gaudy to be putting stuff in the lobby, but there's ways we can do things. The front desk can make sure that front desk staff can say, "Hey, you want to take pictures? I mean, feel free to take pictures in the lobby or whatever. Go by the pool. We have two of those, right? We have two pools. All those things matter, man. When it comes to this, the game has changed. The marketing and branding game has changed. All right, where social media is at the forefront. Okay, and we kind of forget about that stuff, right? Because we don't. Some of us don't want to do it. Some of us are like shy about it. But you know what? You got to get with it. Okay, get with it. I see. Who's this? Who is this? Michelle Roche. Oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you. Some blessings to you as well. No, thank you so much. See, you come on, you make a comment. Guess what? You get your comment on the screen in real time. So yeah, so make sure I mean that's why I do these shows, right? I do this because it's all about the engagement, right? It's all about visibility, right? So hotels, restaurants, especially restaurants these days, you need more visibility. Okay. I see so many restaurants going out of business, and I look at their sites, right? And they don't post. They post things sparingly, like every now and then. I mean, posting and marketing, promoting your brand is a full time job, and a lot of people, they don't look at it like that. But it is. It is a full time job. What I do, this marketing and branding, is a full time job, right? In order for me, and everyone doesn't know who I am, right? And I always say this: when you post things, it's not for the people that know who you are or know that you exist. It's for the people that don't know you or don't know you exist. That's the key, right? That's where we drop the ball. Like, oh, they know me. Oh, so and so knows me already. Oh, I have all these followers, and it has nothing to do with the followers either. Don't get caught up in follower accounts. Don't get caught up in likes and comments either, because the people that do business, for the most part, don't will never make comments. I mean, I'm a case in point, right? Give you an example. Some of the clients that I have now never post. They never make comments on anything that I post. They'll just email me or do like an in message on LinkedIn or whatever, or they go to my website and find my phone number and call me. Right? They're like, "Hey, I saw you on this, and um, can you help me with this?" Right? I mean, they don't. They never make comments. So when you don't see a lot of comments, it's okay. You don't see a lot of likes or thumbs up or hearts. We get so caught up on that stuff. It doesn't matter. All right. What matters is that you're being visible and you're in the message that you're sending out, the story that you're telling, right? That's resonating with someone. And people will respond to that stuff. They don't necessarily respond, hey, I got this piece of business for you. Won't you? They're not doing that online, right? Because just think about this, people are not, they're not putting their business out there about, then they won't put their business out there like that, like I want to do business with you. They won't do that for the most part. I mean, I'm sure every now and then that may happen, but most people, I would say 9 out of 10, will, they'll they'll either go through your website, they'll send an in message, they'll do something like that. They're not going to do it publicly like that. So just think about it like that. So yeah, so don't get discouraged with the numbers. I mean, back in the day, I don't know if I was ever discouraged because I knew I had something to say, right? And I was going to say it. So I don't know if I ever got discouraged by the numbers. I mean, I do look at, don't get me wrong, right? I do look at, the insights and how many people are with it. I'm more interested in where people are, where they're um, chiming in from. Like, are they, in LA? Are they, in the United States? Are they international? I'm more, I get more intrigued or excited about the reach, okay? Because social media has allowed us to reach markets or segments that we never even thought we can reach, or brands that we never thought we can reach, right? I remember being, in marketing, sales and marketing, like, we wanted to do things on radio, we wanted to do things on TV, but it was too expensive to do. Like, who was going to do that? We're not going to pay for some ad on CBS or whatever. Maybe we can get on PBS or PBS, but it took a long time, to you had to recreate the wheel to get on that, right? But then social media kind of leveled the playing field, right, where now it doesn't cost anything. So for people not to take advantage of it, when back in the day we were like struggling to get on that stuff, we could never come close to being on a network or whatever. Now the focus is shift from major networks to YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and all that, TikTok. The focus has changed. You've seen that, right? Younger people don't watch TV. I mean, they may, if you force them to. The little kids, yeah, because they ain't got no choice. Whatever you put in front of them, they're gonna watch, right? But you know, adults now, younger adults, they're not. They're looking at YouTube and all that. Twitch. And I need to focus a little bit more on, do some more research on like Twitch and stuff like that. and see, what I can get from there, right? So that's what it's all about, right? So I know I kind of went off, on a tangent, which I normally do, but that's okay, guys. That's just me, right? That's just me. So anyway, I think that is it. So yeah, I got to get my coffee. Oh no, I don't drink coffee. I got to get my tea drink, and then make it back to the casa. So anyway, that is it. Once again, live from the where am I live from? Let me just put that up here one more time. One more again. One more again. Where am I located at? Live from the Langham Hotel in Pasadena, 379 guest rooms, 53,000 square feet of meeting space. Okay. I was here doing the site tour, like I said earlier, and just checking it out for a potential client. Um, love this hotel. I mean, really love this hotel. I mean, really love this hotel. And it's amazing how there's some amazing hotels that are in my backyard, right? And for like a staycation or whatever, this will be a place that I would come and hang out. I mean, they have three restaurants, I believe, three restaurants. They have at least one bar. In fact, they have a lounge that does jazz. I think they said every. I'm not sure if they said every night, but I want to say at least 5 nights a week they do jazz. So I mean, there's a lot going on here, but we need to take advantage of that stuff, or at least I do, right? Staycation or something like that. I know Charles Skiffer out there. He's always looking for a place to go and hang out. Like a staycation kind of thing, a staycation vibe. Okay, they have a pool. I mean, the rates fluctuate, based on how busy the hotel is, right? So I couldn't necessarily tell you the rates, but I would say they're probably no less than about 350 a night on any given night. So, and of course they skyrocket from there. So, but yeah, but check it out. If you have any questions at all from me, maybe if I can help you out get a better rate, give me a call. Reach out to me, Russell of Hotels, right? Russell at russellofhotels.com, or just go to my website. Or what am I talking about? This QR code right here? That's what that is, right? QR code. Why can my finger is not working right. QR code right there. Just click on the QR code with your camera phone. Bing. It'll pop up. Bing. And then my email is right there. I mean, what the heck am I talking about? I'm giving out stuff. I I don't have to do that. Just click on that and that information will be there to you. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. I know now I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Let me just check over on Instagram to see if there's any comments. No more comments. You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. I'm going to the movies tonight. It's movie night tonight. So I'm going to the movies tonight, and I didn't get a chance to cut my. Normally, I would cut my yard on Friday. I guess maybe I can go home and do it. I don't know. Now I'm not really not in the mood to do it, but maybe by the time I get home, I will be. I don't know. I do my own yard, right? So I'm not. I'm not in that headspace right now to do it, but maybe in an hour I will be. I don't know. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you on Monday because another daily check-in. So I do the daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on air with Russell of Hotels. That live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. That comes on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Okay. So you got 5 days a week of me talking about things like this, right? And sometimes I'm live from a hotel like I am today. And sometimes I'm just talking about a hotel. But no matter what, I'm always going to, anytime I do a show like this, I will be bringing a hotel along with me. I may not be there live on property, but I'm always going to showcase a hotel. And that's what it's all about. It's all about visibility. So if you're a hotel out there, you're a destination that needs a little bit more visibility, just reach out to me. Reach out in touch. Just go to this, click on the email, send me an email like, hey, I need more visibility. I need you to come out here and check my hotel out and give me some visibility. That's what it's all about, right? Or you want to come on the show? That's another way of visibility. In fact, I talked to Miss Angel Romero. Boom. And I said, hey, you need to be on the show. Okay. We need to have you on the show. We can talk about you. And of course, you're going to talk about the brand you represent, right? But the brand starts with you, right? It all starts with you. You're the brand who represents this brand, right? Because guess what? The Langham Hotel, as great as it is, cannot promote itself. I never received a hotel, never received a phone call or an email from a hotel, right? It always comes from a person, right? Hello. So we got to remember that the brand is you, or begins with you. You represent a brand, but you are the focal point. You are the brand. So I'm not going to ever call the Langham, hey, Langham, we're going to go ahead and move forward with that meeting. No, I'm going to call Angel. Hello. So remember that, right? When we're talking about, oh, the hotel, or the hotel's doing this. No, the hotel's not doing anything. You're doing it for the hotel that you represent. Okay. That's it. I'm cutting it off from there. I'm done. You guys have a great day. And as always,